It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, here from Phoenix, Arizona, from the studios of Freedoms with an S, freedomsphoenix.com, here on Liberty Radio Network, LRN.FM, the home of the revolution, civil disobedience, and just let's try to do that free thing. Yeah, free. Let me go ahead. This is what we're going to talk about today. We may have a guest in the second hour. Sierra's working on some stuff and whatever, and we got a bunch of good stuff we've been building up for next week and the week after. We're just building it all up because this week is kind of, nobody wants to, they're holidaying, and I'm holidaying. I'm chill every night. I leave here, I go home, kind of, cleaning up my goodies and getting everything organized and so on, end of the year stuff, and having the family over and they're making stuff. Those of you that live up in the Northeast, there's something from a, Florida, Arizona boy. I never knew what a pierogi was, until I started dating my wife. And man, they're all pierogied. I tell you what it is. It's peasant food's what it is. You have a dough that you make like a dumpling, and then you put a cheese and potato mix in it, and then you kind of half moon crimp it and you boil it. So it's like this potato-filled dumpling thing, and you put sautéed onions and mushrooms on it. It's, I'm getting used to it. And, so the kids are over, all the girls, and they're just, mass-producing. And the weekend before, they're making a bunch of tamales. And then, just a lot of Christmas traditions that as we have our kids and their spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends, and everybody's included, and we got a big family, we have it going on. Let me tell you what I have to remind myself of. I have to remind myself regularly, every day, if I do this show, that there's a lot of people suffering. I'm very happy that I have a lovely, loving wife, great kids that were prepared for this society that's coming. And we're going to go over some of the headlines on Freedom's Phoenix today, just give you an idea. But we're going to put a positive spin on it because, I tell you what the next generation is going to be inheriting, and it's more than just the bad stuff. It's responsibility for themselves and all the good stuff that can be done to change our lives. This is what we have to do because we don't have a choice. What is it that we're faced with? We have one of the stories up on Freedom's Phoenix is we are at the lowest teen pregnancy rate in American history for a long time, decades, generations. This just, what? They go, well, we're gonna blame the economy. Them 16, 19-year-olds, they just aren't having as many kids anymore. What could it be? I mean, it could be a lot of things. Is it they're having more abortions? Are they more responsible in sex? Are they more educated on how not have babies? Are they really not being as subsidized by the government? This is one thing that you want to see the future of a society. I remember hearing this when I was a young activist, and it's quoted by whatever, doesn't matter. It's a good saying anyway. You take credit for it. If you want to see the future of a culture, of a society, you see what is being rewarded and what is being punished. Since the Great Society, we have, LBJ came in. He was the Obama of the day. Because you had JFK was wanting to dismantle a whole bunch of stuff, including the Federal Reserve and the CIA. And so, you start messing around with the man's money, you wake up dead. That's what happens. So LBJ is going, oh, man, I'm a player. What y'all be wanting? I do it. Well, here he comes. Lots of legislation. This Congress of this past session, 111th, I think it is, they have not passed more legislation than they have this year since the Great Society, since the, abomination by LBJ going red, whatever, back in the late 60s, mid-60s. This has been a monumental passage of, the government will rule you. They think that they can do it by legislation. And we'll go over some of this stuff, but I don't want you to feel dismayed by this, because it's just a sign of something else. It's a sign of desperation. It's a sign of totality. And you hear me a lot of times that people have listened to this show over the years, I always say, can we hurry up and get to a police state so we can leave? Now, what I mean by that, it's not like, I want the police state because here it's going to get bad. But the sooner it happens, the sooner everybody's ox gets gored. The sooner that your pensions are gone, your savings are gone, the currency goes to nothing. You have your housing prices it's going down again. Get ready for that. And you have the municipal bond market. We'll talk about that a little bit. It's going to go. You have a lot of things happen. When this all goes and everybody's going, what the heck? It's our responsibility to be informed ourselves, to understand what's happening, prepare for it. But, as a little bonus you give yourself, you provide the information to other people. Where to go? What question to ask? Do you even know what question to ask? What's the question? Who's not leaving me alone? That's my question. Bad guys, want to know who the bad guys are? They, them, those? It's really simple. They're the ones not leaving you alone. Here we have an enormous reduction in tax revenues to the states. They are in big, giant, humongous, oh my goodness, somebody print me a bunch of money trouble. So what do? They raise taxes on your property. And what does that do to the economy? It just spirals. We're in the death spiral. Sovereign debt. I can't tell you who, but I'll give you a little behind-the-scenes stuff. There's I don't even want to give the name of it. One of the rating companies, all right? Someone I'm close to said that they were having meetings into the spring and this last summer, that they would have people come in about the sovereign debt spiral. Now, you're not going to see this on CNBC. You're not going to see it on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, ABC. No, they're not going to be talking about it. They only talk about it after everybody knows, and will spin it into, we're on the way up. Yeah, all this happened, but yeah, we're on the way up. Bottom got hit. Is that what happened? Heck no. Where are you getting your information? You'll have, like Lou Rockwell, they have a lot of great articles. We put a lot of stuff up on there. Who predicted all this stuff? The Austrian economic people, the Mises Institute. Austrian economics said, let me tell you what's going to happen sooner or later. Now, someone like Dr. Paul that's been in Congress for as long as he has and seen this guy, he knew. He knew. I've talked to Ron. He knows. It's just a matter of time. You just got to be positioned. Are you positioned? As a movement, are we positioned? Positioned for what? What is coming that we can ride the wave on? Now, we did this with the Levolution a couple years ago. We knew, many of us, and those that didn't know certainly understood very quickly, that there is a cultural shift. Access to information, an understanding of who did what to whom, and what we can do to position ourselves. So when you have things like the Free State Project and Free Keene and a lot of other activist organizations out there doing whatever, are we in the position or are we the future? I think so. As an organization, as individuals, as Freedom's Phoenix. No, it's just representative of something much, much larger. Now we're going to go over some of the news and some of it's bad. But it just means that we're getting that police state thing so we can leave. We can leave. I want to leave. We're going to go. And we have the next generation. Generation Next is what's going to save us and you. We'll be right back.